Hello, Michael. Lovely to meet you.
Look at me. Sorry, I wasn't ready. He never confirmed. Hi.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, how are you?
Yes. I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right.
So you're in the midst of a humongous tour at the moment. How's it been going?
It's been going very well. I've been touring for a sort of endless tour. It started last year, and then I carried on in the spring, and then I suppose I went through Edinburgh, but it's getting bigger and bigger, and it's ongoing, and it's every night, just about, and it's really fun.
So you're travelling all over the UK, and like me, you are a southerner. Do you ever get heckled for being from the south?
People in the north don't just go, there's that southern bloke I can't stand. Let's buy a ticket, sit down and slag him off. People don't have that kind of disposable income anymore. So people do tend to come because they like me, hopefully. Although having said that, I had a gig in Yorkshire, and there was a gentleman in the front row who was quite elderly, and he had a brown suit and a withered face. He looked like the kind of man who should be in a field. Do you know what I mean? But he wasn't. He was in the front row. And I was worried about whether he'd like the show or not. And I came out and I said, hello! And he stood up and went, not for me, and walked straight out. Then he came back because he'd forgotten his cap, collected his cap, and he walked out on me twice before I delivered one joke. Apart from him, it's been an overwhelmingly positive experience.
You mentioned Edinburgh and you went to university there. Was that like a homecoming gig for you?
Well, no. but yeah, they are they're quite friendly up there. It's it's very cold, and it is. They don't have having to go to the Edinburgh Festival in August means that I always miss any resemblance of summer down here. You think we have it bad down in the south. You have no idea what goes on in Edinburgh. It's hideous. I watch the 5-day forecast every day on the website. Literally heavy rain, heavy rain, heavy rain, light rain, heavy rain, heavy rain. I remember saying to my wife during the festival that it was light rain on Thursday. We should go out and make the most of that. That's like a heat wave though. That's when they get excited. They're like, light rain Thursday, summer's here, barbecue, you coming? Bring a brolly. They get really excited about light rain.
Do you find that then when you're going around the country to different places that you actually adapt your material depending on where you are?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to get into the culture. Sometimes it's forced upon you. I did a gig in Taunton, which is in the West Country, where it's a bit quite strange. They gave me a sandwich, which was the worst sandwich because you get like a rider. When you're very successful, you can demand everything, and then it gets in the papers, and they go, "Oh, what a diva." When you're at my level, you get whatever you're given. And in Taunton, this amounted to a sandwich which had tomato and lettuce in it, and nothing else. And she kept coming in and saying, "You like your sandwich, do you? I made that myself. Have you enjoyed your sandwich?" And I was just like, yeah, thanks very much. But seriously, the worst sandwich I've ever had in my life. Every sandwich needs a main ingredient. You need a meat or a cheese. This is an accessory sandwich. And I just can't for the life of me work out how it came about. The only conclusion I've come to is maybe she was trying to make a BLT and got confused because of the B in bread. It's the only thing I think might have happened. That she was sitting there going, right, B for bread, lettuce, tomato. That's that done then. Do you think there is bacon in that? Don't be stupid, that's a BBLT. I'm not mental. So I ended up with this horrific sandwich. And a defluffer. They left me a defluffer for my suit and earbuds. She said, did you get your goodie bag? And it had a defluffer. What does she think? I mean, I've seen him on TV. It looks a bit fluffy, that one. Get him a defluffer and a BLT.
I have to mention your hair, Michael. It's looking very nice today indeed. How do you keep it so springy and fluffy?
You think I spend time working on my hair? I wouldn't want to look like this. People do like my hair. They think it's funnier than me. That's why I leave it like this. Because I sort of move around quite a lot, and people come up to me after shows and go, oh, it was hilarious. And they go, which bits? And they go, your hair. I'm like, what? None of the jokes? No, your hair. It's really funny. So I'm slightly worried I'm going to wake up bald with a note saying, I've gone solo. I don't need you. But as it happens, my hair remains upon my head. And it is quite... I just had it cut, actually. I had it cut. My hairdresser fell off a mountain in Slovenia and has broken his neck. So I had to have a replacement hairdresser. I think he's badly concussed. But anyway, he cut my hair yesterday. And he washed it as well, which I don't always enjoy. I like it when the girl washes my hair. It's a small perk. It's a small... Because where I go, they have basins against the wall. So she has to stand over you. I quite enjoy that.
Little massage as well, maybe.
Well, also because she's sort of dangling all over the place. I quite enjoy that. She's like, do you want conditioner? I'm like, I'm not even having a haircut. Knock yourself out.
I've actually seen you compared in The Guardian to Bob Monkhouse. Now, are you flattered by that? Will you take it and run with it? Or are you offended by it?
I don't mind about being compared to anyone. People like to pigeonhole you and to say you sound a bit like somebody. And I'm not anything like Bob Monkhouse. I wear a suit. I'm smarmy. There are overlaps.
So what on TV are you watching at the moment that you find funny?
You know what I really like? It's Question Time with Dimbleby, when they have people in the audience, and so they have their hand up, and then Dimbleby picks them, and he has to describe them because he doesn't know their name. But sometimes it's so obvious how you would describe somebody. There'll be like this, quite overweight woman, and Dimbleby will go, the woman with the skin, huge skin, you, that one, not that one. The one with the Nigerian accent.
So let's talk about the DVD.
It's all about placement, isn't it? Well, you have to place it. That's why I've hired a team of people to go around all the shops and put all my DVDs and strap them to the faces of browsers. Just following people around. Because, you have to be in the right place in the shop. Because if you put it in the wrong place, there's going to be hell to pay. Like the porn is always up on the top shelf. That's a given. That's the only place where that has to be. It's not like with the sweets where you pay. There shouldn't be porn there. That's the thing. It's all about placement, you see.
There is so much choice out there at the moment. Why should I buy yours?
You have the option. I mean, it's a free society. I wouldn't want to force you to buy any others. I haven't seen the others. Maybe they're hilarious. I've seen mine, though, and I'm really happy with the way it went. Seriously, it was a big night. It could have been a disaster, and I'm an honest person. I would sit here and say, I wouldn't go for that. But it's funny. I really like it. I mean, not to say that I like it. No, I do. I like it. I think you should buy it. And also, I could think because of the credit crunch, you have to be careful not to make the wrong decision. And I also say you should get my DVD. But don't be confused into thinking you can just get one and then the whole family can watch that together. I think it's something that needs to be enjoyed alone, and you should get everyone their own one. I think people would want that.
Individual stocking fillers.
Yeah, everybody gets two. I think you should have two in case one to display and another one to watch.
So what does the future hold for Michael McIntyre? What's next for you?
Well, I just want to carry on playing to bigger and bigger houses. They still call it houses. It's like, I just want to do bigger and bigger gigs because I really enjoy them. And I'm looking forward to writing a whole new show next year. I genuinely am, because I don't have time to do it now because, I'm doing all these gigs and then once the DVD's out, then that's what you do. Then you've got to write a whole new show, which is going to be really good fun. So I'm looking forward to that. But I would recommend my DVD if you're browsing. I'm a comedian, and it's like an album. It's like my first album. I've been doing this for ages, and what I really like about it is I did this live at the Apollo show on the BBC, and that's on it as an extra. And then there's my DVD. So it's like 2 hours of stand-up. It's like the last 2 years of my life. I've lived for 2 years, and this is the funniest 2 hours, and it's all on DVD. So just ignore the rest. My wife had to hear all those jokes that didn't quite work out. But this is the best. 2 hours from 2 years of my life. I'm really pleased that there it is on a DVD with my big smiling face.
Thanks very much, Michael. It's been great chatting to you.
Yeah, lovely to meet you.